Hi there and welcome back. This is my fourth tutorial on XPaths and today we are going to learn how to use AXES. We'll try to use some of the AXES on real-time website. So let's move ahead. So let's consider the same website that we used in the last tutorial. This is a search engine for flights. So I have already entered my source and destination here and searching for some flights on these dates. This website gives me quite a lot many results here. It shows me how many airlines are available on the same date for my source and destination. So suppose we are testing this particular website and in our test case we need to select this select button. We need to select an airline. So suppose in order to do the selection of an airline you need to hit this select button. So in order to select this you need an XPath. So let's go ahead and see how we can use an AXES to reach this XPath. So if you do right click and inspect, the first thing you need to identify is the box, the white box, which shows the search airline, the first search result of the airline, this white box. So once we identify this white box, if you check it on the web, see here on the website, if you check, the select button is within this white box. So select button is actually one of the child of the white box. Select button is one of the child of the white box. So let's go and move to console tab and see how we can identify. Now this is the XPath to identify the white box. There are 37 airlines found in for my source and destination. So this, if I select this is the XPath which shows me that which selects this white box, the entire white box. Going to the element, if you see this div with class, with an attribute class and a value, this particular is the white box, and that's what I have it written in the XPath. Div at attribute class equals to this. Now we need to reach the button select. In that case we have to reach its children. So if it is one of its children or grandchildren, we have no idea right now, but we can use a common AXES which is called descendant. Descendant AXES gives you the access to all its children and grandchildren. It means all its immediate children as well as the children's children in children's children on the XML. So if the syntax to use AXES is, once you reach a node, so we reach this white node, then you give a single slash and write the AXES name, in our case it is descendant. Then you give the double colons, and next is your the element name. So element name in our case is this button. Let's see what's the element name of this button. It is button, so we'll use this button. If you see this, see I have got 37 buttons here, 37 buttons, and it is true because in our case, sorry, it's thundering a lot here in US, and so you might hear some background noise. So here if you see this this white, we have 37 airlines results, and hence I have 37 buttons on the page. It is identifying 37 buttons. So we want to reach this first button. In order to do that, let's see in the console, if you highlight this select, what is the text which identifies this first button. If you expand in the DOM and see that this button has some other children and grandchildren, which is like this span text and the text with select result 1. This is a unique identifier for the first select button here. So let's use this in our case, which is, we'll use this space and then we'll use this since it is, again, if you go back to the DOM, this span is a grandchild of the button element. So we want to reach this span. So we need to go through the hierarchy. The button element, after the button element here on the page, after the button element we have first level span and then a second level span. So we can write it this way, single slash span. If we do this, we reach here in the hierarchy, we reach here. After button, the single slash span, we are here, but we want to reach this span. In order to reach this span, we give another single slash and write span. And then once we are with this span, it can select it identifies both of them. So we need to uniquely identify that we want to reach this span who has a text of this text what we are looking for. So in order to use this, copy this text, go to console tab, and we'll use the text function and we'll write the text in the single quotes, close the brackets, and see the text. This entire XPath uniquely identifies the first select element on the web page. So if I if I highlight this is my first element. It is selecting my first element. Using the same XPath, if I change this to 2, this selects the second element. Check it here. Let's see it how. See here, I'm able to reach the second element. In other cases, if you could also use ancestor. There are couple of many accesses here, and I wanted to show how to use one of the access where you can use these privileges of using accesses. Is, for example, in this website, if you want to select a flight which is non-stop but has an airline of Delta, you can do this all conditions with XPath. By doing this way, let me show you the XPath of this condition. If you write, I already made the XPath for the condition that I told right now, where I want to select a flight with non-stop and which has a flight name as Delta. So I want to identify how many flights I have which are non-stop and which airline Delta is serving. So the XPath to that is already here in on my screen. If I'll scroll it up. So here what I'm using is, first I reach the node non-stop. So this is the node non-stop, and then I reach its parent, one of its parent, by using the ancestor access. I reach one of its parent who div element whose attribute is this. Once I reach the parent is nothing but this. I reached here, then here the parent. Once I reach the parent, I want to reach one of his child whose airline name is Delta. So this child Delta is under the parent this. So if you see, the airline name is under the parent this. So likewise I used ancestor, I reached its parent, and then I used another access which is again descendant, and then I'm finally reaching the text which says the line Delta. Here span text contain text Delta, and then on this website I get 4 results. So there are 4 such airlines which are non-stops and are being served by the airline name Delta. So you see, it is so easily I could construct the conditions as well. So first one is this, and the second one could be, I cannot highlight because it's my screen. The second one is this here, where I have non-stop flights with airline Delta. So likewise you can use accesses to build up dynamic conditions as well, wherein you can select your you can form your conditions using XPaths. So hope this tutorial was helpful to you, and if you in case like it, then please give me a like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. I'll be back soon.